Hello everybody again and welcome to another episode of Stock Talk. I am your host, Mike, and here is...
Another day in the hood, another Robin Hood, Conejo.
It's Conejo. What's up, Conejo? How you doing?
Pretty good about yourself.
Not too bad, man. We got a good show planned for you. We got a damn good show planned for you.
Tonight.
Oh yeah. So one of the things we usually touch on Friday, because some of the news is stale, we got a few economic numbers we'll discuss before we talk into the next stock. Looks like this last Thursday, the consumer price index was increased by 5%, Camille. It's at the highest level in 13 years, which means a little bit about inflation. Has anybody experienced any inflation? I haven't experienced any inflation, have you?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah. Yep. So it looks like some of the contributing factors is an artificial labor shortage and real-time earnings, as well as government spending or contribute to this. So if any of you experience any inflation, leave it in the comments section, or any experiences you guys have. So that covers some of the economic news. You have anything to add to that there, Camille?
Yes, sir.
So hopefully the market keeps chugging and we can keep this thing going along so we can continue the money train. I know some of the listeners out there said they made some money, and then we also had some people that loaded up on our stock of the week. I believe it was on Tuesday. Is that correct?
Tuesday. Yes,
Yeah.
Sir.
And you are the proud owner of that stock, aren't you now?
Yes, sir.
So
The money.
from what I heard, because some of the listeners, some of the listeners that are not subscribers, they seem to think that we got the inside intel. I heard you got a bunch of protein bars and pancake mix delivered to your house.
Oh yeah, they're good. They're good.
Yeah, we only wish that we got that stuff, but yeah, we're not owned by anybody, so we're our own guys. So. But yeah, we're gonna jump into some of the stocks we have here. Looks like we had a listener buzz in. He must know the time we're here on. Looks like Keith. Well, I'll read you Keith's comment live on air. So let me just see right here. So it looks like Keith was just saying that he did a good job on some things he was working on out for today, and says great video. So that's basically what he had to say, Camille. So not too bad. So Camille, the first stock I have is EGPI, Fire Creek Incorporated. EGPI, Fire Creek Incorporated. Last traded at 0.0009. 0.009. It looks like Fire Creek, Camille, is an oil and gas production company which engages in the recovery and development of oil and natural gas. The company was founded October 4th, 1995, headquartered in Scottsdale, Arizona, and there was another one for Paradise Valley, which is the same company, but it looks like they might have had two locations at one time. What say you on this one, Camille, so far?
Yes, I mean, obviously gas prices are going up, so.
Yeah, anything you can get cheap. There was a stock I picked up long ago. I shorted it back and forth. I probably should have held on to it anyway because it was way dirt cheap real estate. I bought it when it was dumped, was 66 oil fields. That one was pretty good when I had that one. I think you can recall when I had that, and I was playing around with that years ago. So that was back when gas prices were through the roof, if you could recall that era, which we're back in through again.
Yes, sir.
Yep, no more cheap oil days. So we're gonna go to the website. Before I did the show, Camille, I did a little prep, and I'm gonna warn the listeners on the website. The website, when I checked it out, it says it's under construction. So we can learn a little bit about what they're doing, but it's still under construction. I believe they're working on things, so take that with a grain of salt before we go into Investors Hub and check out what Investors Hub is cooking on there. So Camille, I'm on the web page, and the first thing it says, it has a broadcasting events with a bunch of people running, some seminars, some conferences, IPTV trade shows, and then it says on the front, it says inspiring creative diversification and experiences. Going to their services, their mission statement. The mission statement is, it is gone on here. It's not loading up on their thing. It was earlier today. That's weird. Looks like we have some people partying on here. They're toasting the glasses. No Cameo and no listeners. The girls and the guy do not come with the show. Sorry, not with the show, but with the stock. When you buy it, it doesn't come with that. Sorry to disappoint you there, Cameo.
I don't need them anyways.
No, they're too rich for our blood, right? Looks like they got a speaker on here, but he's empty. Maybe that's President Q card on the middle there, huh?
Yeah.
You think President Q card was supposed to show up to speak and then he forgot?
He forgot to show up.
Yeah.
He forgot to show up for the show, but maybe next time he'll be the guest host.
Yeah, maybe he will. Maybe he'll be the guest host there.
What kind of ice cream he wants to eat.
Ask him what kind of ice cream and you a junkie or what? Asking that question right now. So.
Yeah, I'm drunk right now.
Oh, you're drunk and you're a junkie.
Yep. All the above.
So there's not too much Cameo on the website to go through. It looks like it's under construction. It's having a little time, hard loading. So we got to give them an easy time on this one. We'll go to Investors Hub, jump onto that, and maybe check on some news and see if there's anything popping in the alphabets about this company. Okay, Camille. So I'm on one of the Alphabet channels here, and looking at on the news there, it looks like they got that EGPI Fire Creek has historically been an oil and gas production company focused on the recovery and development of oil and natural gas. The strategy is centered on the rehabilitation and production enhancement techniques, utilizing modern management and state-of-the-art technology and upgrade proven reserves. Looks like in order to upgrade to their pink sheet current on the OTC markets, the company expects to have all of its required financial statements filled in with the OTC market over the next 30 to 45 days. So that was March news, that was the last news post. So there's current news for anybody that's looking for current news. So we'll move on to that, go to Investors Hub, and I think that pretty much covers this one on there. What's that?
Red Velvet, get the tamales.
Red Velvet, get the tamales and get the Corona because it's Friday night. It's Friday, and you can even speed on the highway.
It's Friday night, and my mind is feeling tight.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta give a shout out to the big friendly one.
Big friendly one.
Big Mike, back in the house.
And then you got Radioactive. You got the Radio Man.
Yeah.
So Radio Man. You got Keith burning up the channel up there. We got a bunch of other people. We need to give shout outs anyway. So, and then we'll go to Investors Hub because it's a Friday and you can pretty much do whatever we want in order. Well, you got to welcome some of these new subscribers that showed up here. We got TT2020. TT2020 was in the house yesterday. Looks like you got Ted G was there. Welcome, Ted G.
Mr. G back up in the house.
Yeah, and then you got Cooking with Mahid. He's here. So, yep. And then you got Edward Nelson's part of the channel family. You got Big C Pimp Daddy. So
Pimp Daddy back in the house.
Yeah, Pimp Daddy was here. And then you got M Cabs. Let's see, you got this is an interesting one. One of the listeners' name is Anus World.
Oh no.
Not my name, guys. It's just that's one of the subscribers. Go Bear, Larry G. And
the Utah Jazz player.
Yeah, we only wish, right? So he's too busy knocking down buckets. So maybe they'll win a series, huh?
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe they'll get past the Western Conference, but this ain't basketball Western Conference, but who knows? So
yeah, we don't know. Who cares?
No, well, this isn't basketball talk, and nobody cares about our thoughts on life.
Dodgers?
Hey, whatever you want to do, man. Dodgers. I'm not into baseball that much anymore.
I'm just into chicks, dude.
I'm just into stocks, dog. Just kidding. So, looks like on Investors Hub, we're going here. We don't usually read the news because everybody always tries to complain about that for Investors Hub. But going on Investors Hub, we're reading what the investors are saying now because currently this stock is being pumped and it's probably going to be dumped, so you could pick up cheap real estate here. Bought it too, and it went down some more. You have another stock that started moving past this one. For 8 years, by choice, stuck at the higher prices. Gambling again. I sure hope this company goes somewhere. So that's what somebody writes. Now that you can call a wall on, look out. EFIR bug run is coming. So some people are saying a run is coming. I'm out. This garbage CEO isn't doing anything. So there it is. Someone, remember the other day, Camille, when that guy was talking about hemp and he was saying that I didn't say anything about the CEO? I actually did, because we went to Investors Hub, because we cover all the angles. We were accused of promoting when we cover all sides of the spectrum, wouldn't you say?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Looks like it says optimistic this mother EFIR, which is the symbol of the stock, is going to break out. So that's what this guy put. Some serious and solid orders. Thanks, watch. And then there's some links. So there's exciting mixed with, hey, this is going to dump. So you got to find your entry point, either, depending on when you're going to get in. I'm assuming, Camille, you're going for cheaper real estate, right?
Yep, get in while you fit in.
Yeah, so do what you got to do, find your entry point, and that's all for this one as far as that, because I mean the website is still under construction, so there's not much too we could look at on that one, so we're going to call that one good. Okay, the next stock we have, guys, a little interesting. It comes from our friends at Advise Analytics. They're on the Facebook page. Join up on the Facebook page if you want to look at all of the articles from Advise Analytics. They're in our Facebook group. They post once or twice a day in the Facebook group. The join link is in by the comment section in the description part of the page. So the stock that they have selected to post, where you can go see this article, the company is called ENZC Incorporated. Stock ticker is ENZC. ENZC. Last it closed at 0.2770, 0.2770. Camille, this is in the cheap seats section. Interesting about this stock right here is it's a company which engages in development and commercialization of drugs for infectious disease treatment. The company's all-human monoclonal antibodies target and neutralize human immunodeficiency syndrome and is employed to produce SARS-CoV-2 monoclonal antibodies for treating COVID-19. Its proprietary therapeutics is also being tested against hepatitis A, B, C, rheumatoid arthritis. So, guys, if you can get a stock this cheap, depending on other information that we dive into, I would say this one might be a grab, possibly, or put it on your radar. What do you think there, Camille?
Yeah, put it in your pipe and smoke it.
Yeah, so yeah, unfortunately, if you smoke this stuff, dude, you're going to be getting something else, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's a lot of infection in all those things I read. A lot of lethal infection, huh?
Yeah. I'm just saying, watch it.
Yeah.
See what it does.
Watch it for real and watch it for, but yeah, this one's in the cheap seats, guys. It did go down a little bit today, so I'm sure you're going to get some Weisenheimer on here. It's going to be like, oh, dude, you guys, it went down today. It's not a hot stock anymore, man. How many times have we heard that, Sour Patch?
Not too many times.
Yeah. Going on Enzolytics' website, Camille, it's done actually pretty decent. It's got development infectious disease treatments, 40 years of development excellence. On here, they got the microscope, so the graphics are pretty good. It says, committed to the development of proprietary antiviral peptides, monoclonal antibody, for treating debilitative infectious diseases. And then they have their welcome. Basically, it's the same thing on their welcome part. You can go to discover more. The website is done actually pretty well. It's not something like from cheapskate.com or any of the other type of websites. Their description is really good. It has all the members of the team on there, which you could read their bios as far as their schooling. One of the doctors here has worked in the Tumor Institute. Going to some of the technology and things they're working on, infectious diseases. They have anti-HIV therapeutics and proprietary methodology. Now, Camille, if they come through with any of this and it gets to the final stages, that 28 cents is going to be up to $10. Now, remember the one we covered that was working with Alzheimer's this week? That one was cheap like 4 months ago, and then it went up to about, I'd say, I think it was $132 an increase. You can go back to that video and actually watch that one we talked about. Right, Camille?
Talk about it.
Yeah,
Smoke about it.
if you recall, I can't recall the name of that stock, but I believe it was $400 is what it's going for. But in the last 4 months since they hit phase 3 and phase 4, close to phase 4. So with this one, you're at 0.28. You could hold on to this stuff, and then when there's a breakthrough, you might get some coin for this. So that's the thing. What say you?
Yep, hold on to it. It's going to be good.
Yeah, so that's one of the things they're doing is for HIV treatment. Let me go back and look at some of the other stuff here. So they got some pretty important patents there, Cameo. They have a patent for covering technology for the peptide that has been demonstrated in clinical trials to provide an anti-HIV-1 retroviral benefit vivo. So they got a patent on that in January 20th of 2009. So that's interesting right there. They have a proprietary cell line producing clone 3 antibody HIV monoclonal antibody. So that's it. That's for that one. They also have a pending patent applications for several other things related to HIV. You're just going to have to go on there and look at them. I'm not gonna read all those to you. So with that,
Magic Johnson knows all about that.
you never know. He could be invested in it. You never freaking know, man. So, but what we're going to do is you can go to the website. It's a .com with the name, and you can go over there, check it out. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to Investors Hub. That's the most important part, where we see what the traders are saying to see what their opinion is and not ours. So we'll head over there, and then we're going to wrap this show up here in a little bit. Okay, guys, so here's a good graph right here. This is an interesting one there, Camille. It says Enzolonics is forecasting 100 billion of earnings of profit over the last 11 years from just the HIV drug they developed. If you go to investorshub.com, you can actually see the graph they have. They talk about what their treatments are with HIV. They also have several of their studies they're doing on there that's posted. You could read their graphs. They have their partners on there. I'm not going to read the partners because there's lots of partners, but guys, this stock is not going to, wouldn't you say, Camille, this stock is not going to remain once they hit all their high ends, and they're going to just blow up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm calling my mark right here. I'm saying $10 sometime within the next 2 years maybe or less. What do you think?
Yeah, probably.
I could be wrong, but I mean, it's going to blow up, man. So,
It's going to blow up eventually.
yeah.
Most of them end up blowing up anyways. You just got to be
Yeah, you just got to be patient, man. When they go to short, don't bounce out and don't load up on the green. That's the whole thing. If you do that, you're going to end up decent. So, so on Investors Hub, what some of the investors are saying, there's a very positive video and potential partnership licensing is what one of the listeners said, what one of the posters says on Investors Hub. I agree that India needs to be the supply chain. One person says, can you just say holy shnikes, man? I don't know what that's about, but well, this guy says we've ended the week good on a Friday. See y'all soon. ENZ longs. Let's see. What the heck, son? Let's load up. Ditto, let's go get them. Day traders taking a profit. Yeah, they'll do that on a Friday. So looks like some people were disappointed. ENZC green close today will be cool. So everything here, I don't see anything negative here, Cameo. Any red flags? If anybody sees any red flags, leave in the comment section. But I just see nothing but positive, and right now it's in the red, and you can go up. You could probably go in and grab some cheap real estate, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that's all we have today. We did the shout outs. We did everything, and don't party too much on the weekend. What say you, Camille, about that?
Not party all you want. Just stay safe.
Yeah, stay safe, stay alert, stay alive. Don't drink and drive. What else?
I don't know.
Don't make it a dog show?
Don't make it a pedo show. And what now?
Good night now!